The Situation Room with Wolf Blitzer, weekdays 4 Eastern.
I'm a nurse, and I was on the train when it crashed, and we felt like we hit a bump, and about 5 or 10 seconds later, the train just came to a complete halt, and we went flying. Went through the cars to the area where we saw there's cars over each other, and I went in there to try and help, and debris and people pinned under and in between the two cars, and we were just trying to get them out and help them as much as possible, pulling back the metal and whatnot, and some we couldn't, and some we could until the emergency crew got there.
And the car you were in must have been further behind because the cars that really, the collision part, you see one set of trains, one set of cabins on top of another.
Yes, I was about 2 or 3 cars behind the train that was on top of another. And then
was your train pretty packed or was it empty?
It was virtually empty because we had the train had just restarted at the Glenmont station, so it's just refilling.
Did it seem to you that this was a head-on collision or one train colliding with the other from the rear?
It felt like we hit another train.
From the rear or from the head-on?
Head-on.
So it looked like 2 trains just got their computer systems or whatever. They were both on the same track. They hit each other, and that's what happened, the images that we're seeing. Did you have a chance to see the casualties there? You're a nurse. You were obviously anxious to help.
Yes, I stayed, and we got everybody off the bus that could walk, and I walked up through the cars to the cars that were on top of each other, and I tried to assist with, helping the people that were casualties.
You told us what it felt like when you're hurt. You felt a little bump, then 5 or 10 seconds later, you could really feel the impact, and people went flying. What about you? Tell us exactly. You were sitting or standing at the time?
I was sitting, and I was texting on my phone, and I had just texted somebody that I felt like we just hit a bump, and from that point on, it happened so fast. I flew out of my seat, and I hit my head and whatnot. But I'm virtually okay compared to what I saw. The people are just in very bad shape.
You have any idea how long it took for emergency crews to get to the scene?
It was probably about 10 to 15 minutes. We heard sirens right away, but I think it took them a few minutes to get to the train.
And did you hear people screaming?
No. The people that were hurt were the ones that could speak were calling back as we called out to them. A lot of people were upset and crying, but no screams.
Well, where are you now, Jody? Are you out of the scene? You're back home?
Yeah, no, I'm escorted out to the edge of the scene, and I just waiting to go somewhere. And
the train you were on, was at the bottom, or was it the train that elevated and went on top of the other?
I entered into the cars. The bottom half of the top car was torn off by the bottom car, so I was virtually in both cars at the same time trying to help peel them apart to get to the people.